is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission.
Yeah.
What happened today? Something happened today.
There's someone who fucked with Trump, something happened with them today.
Often you
Oh, Saturday Night Live. Warren Michaels.
There will be. There are ways out. There is a light somewhere. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Beyond the watch, there are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Beyond the watch, the gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life, sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
pay for P ticket and meet and greet. Minute to.
We're yelling at 6 foot flat.
6 foot flat,
weighing in
5'11"
at
and a quarter.
211 pounds, hailing from Newport Beach, California, by way of New Jersey. Ladies and the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Chris J-Bo Jones.
How did you do it, Chris? I love this.
He's not pictured, but he's number one in your hearts. Hailing by way of Simi Valley, living currently in Thousand Oaks or wherever he's from. He's weighing in at comfortable 216 pounds.
210.
210
Ponytail
pounds,
coming in
6'2",
hot.
Ponytail dripping from
Listen
head
to
to
Bon
tippy
Jovi
toe.
the whole way over.
By way of
Early
Manifest
Bon
Recovery
Jovi.
Centers,
I'll be there for you.
hailing
These
from
5 words, I swear.
San Fernando Valley. You know him as Behind the Scenes Bill.
Only listens to 90s R&B while he jerks off with his left hand, yo.
That's a
Best
whole
known
new
for
girlfriend
booby
right there.
traps, smoking meth,
Be trapped smoking meth
and living
and
his
forks.
best life on a daily basis.
Oh, I'll never forget
the
that.
reigning, the undisputed champion of the world.
Building fort.
Oh,
Woo.
Bill. Behind the scenes, Bill. Bravo.
Yeah.
We got echo.
Is it bad? Talking about like, you have your volume on. Does he have his volume on?
My volume is on, and I'm ready to let this shit go.
Not an echo, I'm sorry. It's
What happened to our video?
We're doing a sound check.
I don't hear
Started.
anything.
Keep talking.
Hello.
Oh.
Is there anybody out there?
It sounds good. What do you mean?
I think it sounds alright. Yeah. Yeah. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. I came to represent. Woo.
Shaolin.
It sounds like we got auto tune a little bit.
Auto tune.
Sounds like auto tune.
Your mic's auto tune. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Talk more.
It's just got a noise gate on it.
That's fine.
It's got a sound gate. So
Noise gate.
what that happens is the microphone turns on at a certain
Decibel
level of exactly
noise
and then-
gate.
Okay,
Okay,
so that's
talk
normal.
loud.
Okay, just sound a little funky.
Doesn't I mean?
Sounds a little funky. But we're live. I don't have time to fix all that. Love you.
No one really watches.
No one watches the show.
Yeah.
You got 3
This
viewers.
is a passion project, people.
This is a passion project. We're taking donations for Ubers to and from.
Hit that like button. Send me some tokens.
What else would you? Bitcoin's up to 8,500, I believe, right? Something like that. Shout out to all 3 viewers tuned in.
My
Pretty
wife
sure
said
I'm
cut
one viewer.
a little low mid.
Bill's
Whatever that
one
means.
viewer. It's something in the. I have filters on the microphones,
Okay.
so that we're not picking up each other, but they're still picking up when we speak into them. So I have what's called a noise gate on every microphone, but this microphone has suppression, has other things that I didn't have time to just fuck around, sit here, doodle with. I can always. We should do it in the Darth Vader
We got
Shout out to the Instagram. Is that what is that? Is that
Princess.
Lost in the Sauce or is that Crochet?
your boy Ilulux.
What?
Boy Ilulux. What's up, Ryan?
What's up, man? Which Ben? I got a lot of Bens. Is that Ben Ho? Is that Ben Hero? Is that Ben Aronowitz? Got so many.
And Ho.
Yeah, what up, Ben? Ben, how's that new? What'd you get? You got like a new fish. You got 2 new fishes. A spotted goby or something like that for like a good. And just about. Oh, I can't wait to build that fucking tank.
2 Potter's Angels.
Yeah. Like fancy fish.
That's what they're called, 2 Potter's Angels?
No, he got 2.
2 blue and 2 blue spotted jawfish.
Yeah, blue spotted jawfish. That was
Spotted
one.
jaw. Beautiful.
Ben, are you gonna add some coral or are you over it? I feel like you're over it. We were all
And
coral
the decorator crab.
Yeah, the creator his crab, the decorator crab, it takes pieces of coral and like different polyps and things that it finds and it uses camouflage. So you can find it like going through the sand bed or rolling on rocks and grabbing like little debris pieces and it sticks it all over its body. Pretty cool. He's got a cool video of it on. Yeah, I'm all in on the corals, man.
You're gonna start a coral show next.
I was thinking about
All
it. You
coral,
could do that.
all
I wanted
the
to
time.
start a coral shop as just like a fun business. A lot of them are going out of business because it comes from like like tank maintenance and like koi ponds and shit. But I could give a fuck about exotic high-end coral. But there's not a lot of people out there. I mean, California would be better. Southern California would be better than most places to do it. But I would also have to build a secondary.
Give me a boat, I'll jump in the water.
That's what I want to do. I want to go like dive.
I'll talk about
I think the Vietnam, the Philippines, a lot of the like Asian countries have a bunch of amazing. Indonesia, Bali, Australia, but some of them there's bans, so they have like fishing and wildlife conservation stuff.
Yeah.
So you can't like take certain.
Not when you're boy.
Yeah, you know what? It might be my my sound gate.
What is Goy? Goy is like
It's like anything not Jewish.
other than Jewish?
Yeah. No, let me see. This mic sounds fine.
All right, tell me what you think now. Off some of the better.
Damn it.
Essentially, all 3 mics right now have the exact same settings. They
Okay.
should be sounding. It just changed.
My name is Billy B. Yeah, boy, I wear corduroy. Money
What's
up to
that?
here, but I'm unemployed.
Are you doing your freestyle for us?
Yeah.
How's the audio? How's my audio specifically? Better or worse?
Better.
Better or worse, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have the echo.
Yeah, I got rid of. Anyway, that's audio engineering on the fly, live on the Lost in the Sauce show. We should have
Zane Weber!
We should have an episode on just that, like what it takes to do a show. Like,
Yeah.
for people who are interested in like creating content live, like what things you need to do, what equipment. I don't know if anyone would be even interested. If you have an idea for a little project, I mean, essentially all I did was research, watch a bunch, a couple of days. Now that didn't mean I didn't run into trouble, fucking hours and hours of
Yeah.
programs, software glitches and issues, stuff like that. But it wasn't that difficult. I didn't have to go to fucking Full Sail or one of these like institutes. Nice to have good mics, have good microphones. You could do it off a webcam. I mean, we're doing it on a cell phone over here and still are able to. Not that challenging. If you know, and we got our green screens and all that. That's like
Back.
All right, so we're just kind of shooting the shit, but we're going to go ahead and get started here. We got a good show planned out for today. We got behind the scenes. Bill is present and behind the scenes. We got Chris Shabo Jones sitting in the 2 chair. He's been out of sight, but in our hearts every week for the past month.
Easy to reach, hard to find.
Easy to reach, hard to find. And thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to go ahead, like, comment, share. Sharing the video is actually really big for us. That way we're able to get a little bit more exposure. That would be amazing. For all the likes and follows, we have giveaways planned for 100. I don't even know if we're at 100. We're close to 100 on the Facebook page. But we got some Amazon gift card giveaways at 100. We have like a huge giveaway planned for 1,000, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm sure we'll something out 500, whatever mile hit on the way. But with that being said, you guys want to go ahead and get centered and kick the tires on this thing, or what?
Yeah, man.
Bill, how you feeling? Behind the scenes, Bill is feeling good.
You feeling good, Bill? Good.
Distracted? Great. Better.
Yes. Feeling great. No, I'm sending out the link.
You're sending out the link. Awesome. Thank you, Bill. See, Bill, behind the scenes, Bill doesn't get any credit. We give him a lot of shit, but he doesn't get enough credit. Like the Rodney Dangerfield. Been nice though. I mean, even though Chris wasn't here, we had Bill sitting in the 2 chair, doing his thing. Gotten a lot more comfortable. But all right. So as is tradition with the Lost in the Sauce show, we're gonna take just a couple seconds here. We've shortened it from like 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Now it's
Major
like
ADD.
5 seconds. Just a quick little breathing exercise to get centered before we kick off the show, and then we'll go ahead and count it down. If you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to. If not, second.
Cut off.
Cut off?
We'll
Yeah.
cut off.
You hear me now?
Hold on.
About to do my get centered meditation, Bill.
Okay.
You're
We're good?
derailing my project.
Run it. Run it.
All right, we'll see you guys in a sec.
It's Gemini
You
season.
feeling ready?
It's Gemini season.
Feeling ready to rock?
I'm ready to rock.
All right, guys, we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action. We are live with the Lost in the Sauce show. Week, who knows? I lost count a long time ago.
Double digit.
And we are back in full swing. I got Chris Shabo Jones sitting here. To my right, I think he's technically, yeah, he's your right too, if I look at the thumbnail preview. And we got behind the scenes Bill, behind the scenes, but still more beautiful than ever. And
Like a ponytail coming in.
behind the scenes Bill's thinking about growing out a ponytail. Let us know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments.
Yeah, we might want to put a picture. It looks
Bill.
like he hasn't decided between a mullet and a ponytail.
Bill,
It's like in between.
who's the guy they should look up? Your inspo, your inspiration?
Sam Elliott from Roadhouse.
Sam Elliott from the movie Roadhouse.
Yes.
That's behind the scenes Bill's inspiration for his hairstyle.
Or the soccer player, the really good looking one.
Fucking Married to the Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Fucking
David Beckham.
David
David
Beckham. He
Beckham.
doesn't have
Okay.
that haircut anymore.
Yeah,
he got rid
he
of
did.
He
Like
did. That's what
20
I'm going
years
for.
ago.
Yeah.
Keanu was doing this.
Yeah,
Yours is thick though. It almost looks like a mane, like a lion's mane. You know what I mean? If you were my cub, I would definitely bite the back of that, take you somewhere.
All right, so guys, welcome to the Lost in the Sauce show. It's been a while since we had Chris on the mic, and we usually go through a little weekend check-in, but since he hasn't been here for a while, I'm kind of going to let Chris take the lead
DEFCON.
here and sort of catch us up as the audience, for myself included. Chris, it's probably been, what, a month since
Least
you've been
a
on the
month,
show?
yeah.
At least? How have things been? What's new? What's going on?
Yeah, so life is being flipped upside down. We have a career transition that's happening. About 45 days ago, I left working for one of the WDs. We call them White Devils. working for the man, working for somebody, and going out on my own June 1st. Can't really talk specifics, because we're in like kind of non-compete territory right now, but that's going on. So moving from the Valley down to Orange County, and managing, a lot of change. So, I deleted social media. I haven't been on Instagram at all. I miss our chats on Instagram and the sharing. I do have Lost in the Sauce, so I have I get my fix there. But my profile, I didn't delete it off Instagram, but I deleted the icon for a bit, and then I downloaded the icon for the show again, and I've been kind of cheating with it here and there over the past week.
Yeah.
But so really just, I call it DEF CON, where I'm just lasered in on my routine, running 2 to 3 miles a day, gym, meditating, and working, but also taking this time to enjoy myself. And I was just in La Jolla for the weekend. Went down last week and stayed down there until yesterday. Drink and drug free. Not emotionally perfect, but we work on that every day by practicing principles and applying them. My dad, who was really, really sick, was on an oxygen mask. He's now off of it. Right. So that's cool. Just things like that, I'm excited to get to be around my family again. It's almost nostalgic. I'm driving around Calabasas, Tarzana, and it's you're getting a little sad too, because I am leaving, and this has been my home for 18 months, and I pissed a lot of people off in Orange County, and everyone up here took me in and helped me get right-sided, and now it's I'm going back. So it's just, and I've always had really solid friends that I felt I let down, and now it's a redemption story, so it's cool. I'm a firm believer, and I'm right where I'm supposed to be, which really feels good. There's stuff that, still chasing after and balancing having a girlfriend and the move and the voices in your head that tell you hey man, this is really risky. You shouldn't do that. So I'm getting really, really uncomfortable, but I'm taking all the things that I learned over the past 18 months, applying them, and I've never felt better. Where in any other situation, if this was all happening, I'd be freaking out. Yo, give me the flu. That, whatever it is, because I don't want to think about what's ahead. So there's still a lot of risk, but with that, tons of reward. And, yeah.
What about, does the audience know, I think we got our car back. There's a bunch of shit that's changed.
Yeah, well, I got my license back. So I could have had a restricted license for 6 months when I had the DUI, but I wanted to feel that motherfucker. So I chose to get a bike. Bill gave me the bike, right? Because he took it from the pawn shop and literally gave me a bike. And I rode that bike to DUI class from Calabasas to Reseda every Wednesday. This is a true story, which is 21 miles round trip. To the point where I rode this bike, and we live up in the hill, on the top of Cass, and I had to go to the hospital a few weeks ago because I have severe tendonitis from that bike. Is not I'm doing crazy shit on that bike, and I haven't been able to use my left hand for a month, which has been really disappointing, because I can't surf, get in the water, but
push-ups, gym,
can't even do push-ups. Yeah. So, got there. The car, everything is kind of locked up. It's it was we built this car. We looked at it, took it out for a couple test drives, meaning myself. And, now I'm going to let this motherfucker purr. We're going to let this purr.
We're going to do a couple high-speed
We're going to do a couple nothing illegal.
Nothing crazy.
There's nothing illegal. Everything is going to be, we're, locked in. There's roll cages, and, we're ready for it.
5-point harness.
You know it. So it just feels good. And I journaled my whole experience over the past 18 months. And if you go back to some of these journal entries, it's crazy.
You ever do that? Go back?
Oh, yeah, you have to. Yeah. You get energy from it. I would put my bank account balance and, how much money I had 18 months ago versus, it was ugly. And just, what I thought I was going to do career-wise and, just all these, it just shows, you you grow every day, you know, and it's just so interesting to see your thoughts on paper and your current state and versus like where you're at in the present moment. So that's been really cool. You know, and we met some crazy people.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit.
That's part of the show.
I've done a lot of crazy, like Vegas and partying and, you know, seen some really weird shit. This shit was crazy too. Like the people. We can't say names, but like very interesting.
There's a lot of characters.
You think Girl Interrupted is good? Like, come up to the Valley, go to rehab, and then do sober living, and go to fucking Dickens on Friday nights, and go to AA meetings. Holy shit! In the best way. You know, it's like it's a cheaper version of like going to India and finding enlightenment.
I mean, if it wasn't such an anonymous program, it would be such a great reality show.
The
You know what I mean?
The best.
Yeah. Because of all the shenanigans, all the different personalities.
Eugene.
Yeah, what happens like when people get sober, and then like emotional, spiritual, like different process addictions that come around, like chasing girls, chasing money, making bad decisions, ending up in jail, sober, like it's wild.
And for me, like it's my first time doing it, and like I really believe, like, you know, I'm like, yo, he's doing great. And then you get the call, like, yo, dude's in jail. And I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm like, what? I was just with him yesterday.
Yeah.
Nah, fentanyl. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like it's really, you know, I'm blessed because like I'm really good, you know, and other people, it's
like a soap opera.
Yeah, man, it can get really crazy.
Well, obviously, as we sort of manage this transition, and you know, it's a lot of change. With a lot of change comes some fear and anxiety. But if there's one thing this road has taught you, is, you know, how to manage and how to advocate, and then how to ask for help when we're uncertain about which move to make, and the timing, costs, and all this other stuff, the static that kind of goes building a bigger life. Bill and I talked a little bit behind your back. I don't know if you watched last week's show.
No, I was on the road.
But you weren't here, and we sort of commented on the fact that, like, the reason Chris isn't here is because he's pursuing his goals. Like, he's doing what he feels necessary to advance in his career, to get the life that he's been planning, and, you know, creating these milestones and, like, getting, all right, I got that done. Boom, what's next, you know? And that's what you've been doing. Is, you know, writing down goals, you got your affirmations, you got your vision board, and now it's time to attack. Now it's time to get out there and get shit done. And although we've missed you over here, it hasn't been, you know what I mean, those aren't lost days or lost hours or lost opportunities for you in your life. You know, I wouldn't be I'm not going to advocate for you to stop and slow down.
Yeah.
Be like, hey man, you know, I'm missing you, so stop doing what you enjoy, stop pursuing your goals, because like we need you over here on Tuesday. Like you got a life and you want to go after it. At some point, you got to have that leap of faith. Talked a little bit about that with some clients earlier today. What I see a lot, especially with like people that I game with and what I hear, and like people ask me, you know, what do you do? And you know, I just tell them what I do, and they're like, you know, whoa, that's a lot of shit. You know, got stuff going on over here, you got stuff going on there. You built a pretty big life for yourself, and I'm like, yeah, you know, that's how I did it. And I get a lot of like, well, I'm just doing this, and or I'm unhappy with that, right? Like I got this marriage or I got this situation, and they feel very stuck. I talk to a lot of people who feel very stuck, and although a certain level of security and safety is good for the mind, they're like, all right, I know where my next meal is coming from. I know I can plan and budget around what my check's going to be. And like that certain structure is really, really good. But if we're not getting enough out of our lives, like at some point, we're going to have to take that leap of faith, right? To pursue those dreams, those aspirations, those goals that we had maybe before we got into addiction, maybe before we got stuck, right, in our situation. And, I'm trying to figure out like how do I get people who are in this, you know, kind of in that rut to like, all right, let's get out of the rut and let's push forward and start accomplishing goals. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like quit your job, tell your boss to fuck off, and like starting some crazy risky thing. Like no. But like having what you want to do as a career or as a life, you know, altering like goal, right? Maybe it starts out just simply as a hobby. Maybe it's a side project. Maybe it's like the Lost in the Sauce. Maybe it's a once in a week passion project where you get together and you brainstorm about, okay, how do I get a little bit closer to making that next move? But ultimately, there's going to be that day when you're ready to jump, right?
There's a cool little thing on speaking on being stuck that I learned over the past year and a half, and it's sometimes the big project or big idea can spook you out of ever making a move to go and try and do it. So you have this, I want to do this, and you just never do it because it just sounds so big. So what you do is you micro move it, and it's 2 actions a day, and you're just chopping wood at it. And whether you just got to find the time to do it, but it's like, okay, I want to blog, It's like, okay, well, why don't you do 2 things a day to get you to blog? And like whether that could just be reading 5 minutes on like a person that was in your situation that started blogging. Cool, I'm done. And then you get some momentum, and then maybe throughout the process, all of a sudden you'll find yourself blogging. So it's like you have to respect the process. And I met this cat at the gym last week. His name is Solomon. He's on Logic's team, the rapper. He's part of his whole story. And he had the shirt on that said, "Yeah, I see him at the gym every day. Respect the process." And he's on the bike for like an hour. I'm like, this guy's working. And he just looks like someone you want to talk to. And I approached him. I ended up buying a t-shirt, and we just talked about the process. And he told me about kind of Logic's process and how he was a part of that. And just one of those cool dudes. I wanted to shout him out because he's following us. But yeah, the process isn't just like overnight. It's it's chopping away at it.
Micro moves.
Yeah.
But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that like the people who are out there who like hit it big and you see that are like living these crazy lives that you wish you could live, at some point they fucking win. And if we play it safe all the time, we're never gonna have that moment unless you're lucky and you get born into some crazy situation or some essentially like a fucking lightning bolt out of nowhere, and then all of my dreams are fucking great, and that happens. But it's very, 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 very rare that all of a sudden
dangerous.
Your shit just gets great overnight and nothing. But if we want to get to that next level, right? There's going to be some risk. There's going to be some fear. There's going to be some sleepless nights. There's going to be some tension on your relationships. That's sort of what the intro that we play every day is about, right? Just fucking. Bukowski talks about it perfectly. Go away. It could be sleepless nights. It could be losing your mind. Fucking institution. All that shit. But these guys who hit that huge win, like it didn't just happen, right? There was that process to get there. But at some point, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking go for it.
You gotta be ready.
Like not knowing where your next check is coming from, not knowing or having security of like, hey, like this is my safety net. I'm essentially lighting that on fire. But in pursuit of my dreams, in pursuit of a greater level of happiness, security, like at some point you gotta jump. I was sort of I expanded upon that idea. So what is the jump? What does that look like? How do we break down the jump into micro moves? And I'm like sitting there sort of racking my brain, and obviously having a list of attainable goals, and there's smaller goals to get to each one of the major steps. Like that's all. Keeping your roadmap and sticking to your roadmap and having it written down, that's a huge piece of manifestation. But at some point, I was like, what would be important? What I did is find myself a mentor doing what I want to be doing and fucking get their coffee. Hey, can I work for free for you on the weekends? Can I fucking come by and shoot the shit and pick your brain or whatever? Finding a mentor and putting yourself in their back pocket. Is obviously you're providing a service for them. They're coming to you and being able to pass on their experience. Like you might feel like you're some sort of burden.
No, they enjoy it.
They love it.
Yeah.
People who are in that mentor position, like they love having someone who looks up to them, who they can share their experience with. So don't feel like you're a burden if you want to go to someone and ask them how they did do, or if you can help in any way. But at some point, if that's what your goals are, like it's important. Important to find someone who you can emulate. I don't care if you fucking copy their style to a T. Every single move that they make, go ahead, fucking copy it. You know what I mean? Shout them out. I would say, yo, I took your whole shit and ran with it. Put a little sauce on it, and now we're going public. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like if you're stuck, man, like there are people who've been stuck and have gotten to that next level or have created a totally different version of their life that they enjoy and having a better time human experience because they took that leap of faith, right? They had that moment where they're like, enough is enough, it's time for some change. And it's going to be fucking scary as shit. And you're going to lose sleep. You're going to be pulling your fucking hair out. You might lose everything. But if you don't try, you're going to sit there and beat yourself up forever. Literally forever. Being like, oh man, I could have done that. No, I should have done this. Living with those regrets are all. So take the leap of faith, man. If you're having questions or comments or concerns about what that next step looks like, more than welcome to ask for feedback from us, from Chris, from myself. And even, I would say, advocating to find a mentor in that area, seeking out there was guidance. Number one, absolutely pivotal. I know that wasn't really the plan for this show, but we do have a couple good topics we want to get into. Before we get into sort of the meat and potatoes, I want to check in with Bill. Bill, how's your week been? How's the weekend? How are things?
Everything's great.
Coming up on a year sober next fucking month, dude.
Yep, in about
Round of
3
applause
weeks.
for Bill.
I'm having a good time. I figured out, just to kind of step in what you guys were talking about, is like you said this before, Chris, give yourself a couple wins. And I talked to you a little bit about this. So every 4 months, I'm going to give myself a little goal to do, something to look forward to, whether it be big or small.
Yeah.
Just, if it's going to be a camping trip in 4 months, at least I have that thing to look forward to. And I'm just starting to implement that. So I'm going to give myself something to do in 4 months. Me and Ryan talked a little bit about maybe doing
Minimalist survival camping trip.
survival camping trip, you know.
Yeah,
set
I want
that
to be
up.
involved in that.
Yeah.
And just little goals. Whether, just because, like, what my biggest problem has been is being stagnant. Just the same thing every day. Just, it gets to you. You know, I have a wife, a kid, I work 6 days, all that just, it's repetitive.
It feels
it's
robotic.
Yeah, it's killing me. And I talked to my wife about this today. And so, yeah, I'm going to set up every 4 months, I'm going to do something. Do something.
There's something cool on the flip side. You can set up something like a punishment, probably the wrong word, but if you don't do these little micro moves in a week, you have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know,
There you
so
go.
just something that you really don't want to do. It's like to balance that out. It's like, yeah, I got the good thing in 4 months, but like if I slip up this week, I have to fast for a day.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah. Just put these little challenges in front of you. And that's,
Incentivizing.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know. But yeah, everything's been great. Great weekend of golf. Well, great
Yeah,
day
you
of golf.
played well, man. I played like shit, bro.
Yeah, I felt good about it. My swing felt good. Everything felt good. Nice chipping. It was good. Then we hung out at the house. That was awesome. Got a mentor a couple people, just talk to them about my story and hopefully help them. Whether it did or not, I don't know. But it was good to do that. Hung out with, you know, people who are going through it right now.
Yeah.
And just being there showing them, hey, I was there.
Yeah.
I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
You know, if you need to chit chat about anything, I'm here. That's always, I always feel good when we do stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Missed out on waves on Friday. So hopefully by next weekend we'll get back in the water and start this game again.
I'm so fired up to surf. I'm so fired up. I'm bummed we couldn't do it Friday. I had Friday off and Bill had to do tax stuff, and I have this new board. He's got a new board that hasn't even seen water yet. Bought it in the off season. Saturday we were gonna go, but it rained. Weather's been ups and downs, but as soon as we get that window, right? So
We're in.
well lines up, schedule lines up, like we're in the water. I'm excited to get back.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear. It sounds like what we just talked about is very relevant to what you're going through right now.
100%.
You know what I mean? I think about it every time I'm in traffic. I'm on the way to work. I'm like reevaluating choices, my future. Maybe I'm overthinking it. You know, some people say like, "Oh, don't trip and do whatever." But I'm a very ambitious person, and I have a lot of financial goals. I have a lot of like relationship, family goals. I'm buying my mom a house, like next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my brother and I, it's not all me, but my brother and I are buying a crib, and like that's like something huge. If you're like a business person or like someone who, you know, like that is one of those things you always have, like, well, I'm going to do this, like I'm take care of my mom, do whatever. And I take a lot of pride. I pride and ego are probably very closely aligned, and maybe it feeds the ego a little bit, but like to have those goals and to be helping her and like of service, right? It's all that stuff, and like that's money that's not going to be, that's taking food out of my own mouth and putting it on and putting it on her plate, right? So that will be less opportunity for me to do something else that I want to do. To fucking go on that trip or to buy that car or to do whatever. But at the end of the day, that is what this is all about. That like I've created enough opportunity for myself that now I have opportunity that is now spilt over to the close that are around me, right?
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and it's like your fucking mom. You know what I mean? Like, if anyone deserves it,
Yeah.
it's your fucking parents, right? Depending on your situation.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. That's something really cool that's coming up. Yeah, I'm constantly trying to evolve. You know, like what I've done as far as the recovery industry is amazing. But do I see that being the only thing that I do? The only legacy that I leave? Absolutely. Wasn't the only legacy that I had up until I got here, and it won't be as I continue to grow. And I have other ideas for projects. God, for all this stuff for the lifestyle and the, all the events that we're going to be doing and the clothing lines and documentaries, and I have to write a book. There's like a whole thing going on right now. They want me to write a book, which is all fucking really scary shit because my story, it is my truth, but it's not just my story. And I can't tell my story without mentioning other people and like how appropriate is that? You know what I mean? Like being like, yo, this is what happened, and like there's other characters in the story, right? And like I don't want to be, part of me is like, man, is it fair for me to start mentioning names and being, yo, this is what involved? Because some of the stuff it wasn't up to me. Like when I was really little, like that shit, I didn't have it. And some of them are dead anymore. So there's a little bit of anxiety there. It's very compelling, I will say, for people who know me personally. Like my story is very compelling about what I've gone accomplished with that. But it's a little scary to be like out there. I mean, we've talked about ass play for men on this show, so for me to talk a little bit about drug addiction in my childhood isn't like a huge crazy thing compared to what we just talked about on this show.
Yeah.
But like everyone, Ryan, you're such a great writer. You should write. I'm like, you're fucking out of your mind. Like, you just told me to go back to English class in fucking college. Like, I don't want homework, bro. You know what I mean? Like, in my off time, I want to spend it with my cat, my girlfriend, Xbox, playing golf, skiing. Like, that's what I want to do with my free time. I don't want to write a fucking book. Like, I can barely get through a paragraph. Oh, right. Dude. You know, it's homework. But it's part of it, man. If I want to evolve, if I want to get to that next level, as far as what this company is doing now and what other companies and have for the future, like I gotta put the pieces together, man. And that takes big 4-letter word, fucking work. I run from work. I hate work.
I hate work.
And like I'm blessed enough to like enjoy what I do for work. But like it's got such a negative connotation. Oh God, that's gonna be. Fuck, that's gonna take so much time and so much effort, kind of like making your bed.
Yeah.
Or for the less religious people out there, going to church. I used to fucking hate going to church. Every time I got back from church, I was like, you know what? I'm fucking stoked I went to church. It's like my bed. Fucking don't like making my bed, but I feel really good. So that's sort of part of it, man. I've been overthinking, just as we all have, about what's next. And I had a ton of fucking insecurities coming up. Last month, financial stuff has been hitting me crazy. Big numbers, boys and ladies and gentlemen. Get your pants numbers. I mean, your entire future is based on that. Everything that you talk about a leap of, and spoke about it after golf.
Uh-huh.
I was getting hammered, bro. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I'm already in over my head. You know what I mean? I'm already the dumbest person in the room.
Yeah.
Like
Sign the PG.
what's the rest? You know what I'm saying?
All in.
And like if I'm not all in, then what?
Yeah.
Like I need to be all in.
All in.
You know what I mean? And it's fucking terrifying sometimes. But as I align myself karmically, spiritually, however you want to define that part of what we do here, you know what? If I was to die tomorrow and like the scales were tipped, good, bad, light, dark, however you want to define it, like I'm doing good right now. So like these scary moments, they're gonna help with whatever opportunities next. Maybe I'll fall flat on my fucking face. Maybe I'll become some fucking travel hippie YouTube fucking guru. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll be a stand-up comedian in fucking 2 years. Who knows? But I do know is that as I push through and I push through the fear, like even if I take an L, it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'll learn.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's been good to sort of come through full circle on that. I haven't solved all the problems, but psychologically, the process of dealing with the stress has become much more. So yeah, it's been nuts, but it's good to have you back, Bill. Congrats, the year's coming out, man.
When do you get the year?
16th.
16th.
Yeah.
Of June?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next month. So we're at, what is it, the 27th today? I think it is.
Something like that.
So we're on the 30-day countdown. And I go to Bill, Bill, I mean, you've fucking done all the cool shit. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want to do? I'm like, you want to go skydiving again? Do you want to go race the cars? He's like, yeah. Like, we're sitting thinking, he's like, let's go do parade. I'm like, well, I don't know if we're going to be naked, but like, what do we mean? He's like, I want to go middle of the woods, nothing, and just survive off the land.
Yeah.
So that's sort of how that idea evolved. We're thinking like a fire start, like a flint, right? Where you spark it, like a spark.
Are you not gonna have like an organizer involved in this?
We're thinking first of all we gotta figure out the location. Like, are we gonna go to like Los Angeles Forest, or are we gonna go to like a destination?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But bring a sleeping bag, no tent, a pot for boiling water, flint to light fire, and like fish hooks, and like fucking get it done.
Make it happen.
Yeah, it's something that he and I have been talking about doing for a long time. And
I'm out on that one for sure.
There's professional places that will do it.
Yeah.
But like, I want to do that. I want to build a shelter. Like, could I make it? The big question is how long you stay out there.
Yeah.
Because if you go for 3 days, I mean, you could just fast for 3 days.
Not eat.
Like, I want to be forced to find a meal. I want to be forced to find drinkable water. To, create a shelter. Deal with all that. So that's what we're going to try to put together for his. Maybe we'll document it and put it on the show.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good. So Chris, we had a nice discussion before we did the show, before we started going live. We had some good ideas for some topic stuff that's more relevant in your life, but stuff I've also been talking about this as well. The first one that comes to mind was managing the intimacy, so stress on relationships versus ambition. So you're in a transitional period right now, and I'll let you sort of take the lead on this. But what's some of the stuff, maybe some of the perspectives or some of the things that have been coming up as you manage this transition to pursue your career and financial goals, but also make time for loved ones, life, girlfriend, all that as far.
Yeah, I think it's for me right now. It's a work in progress because I have I kind of get tunnel vision and just want to grind out. And you might think, at least for me, I think I'm showing up in a relationship, but women are just different, And there's been a couple times where it's been communicated to me that I'm not really there, present. I don't ask like, hey, how are you doing? And listen, kind of just bulldoze through conversations. And although acting present may not be, and I truly think I'm being the best boyfriend in the world, but so it's just different, actually listening and trying to navigate that with someone in your life, and even just friends, making time and balancing everything when you have these goal, because there's a voice in your head that's like, yo, do you think Jay-Z gave a fuck about girls and doing this and that? No, he just want to put out records, so it's that balance of how you allocate your time and attitude and with ambition versus your parents, your girlfriend and friends. It's a trip. Don't have any answers. I've just been really good. I've just been really good at when my girlfriend speaks, I'm trying to have compassion and understand okay, if what is she going through? I'm leaving. I'm moving.
What are my actions? How are they affecting the people around?
Yeah.
Instead of being so tunnel visioned and so determined and this is the goal, eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
You don't take no for anything.
Yeah.
And just pushing through that can have an effect.
Yeah.
It has an effect on your routine, your mental health, the people around you, all that.
Yeah, but what we talked about in the car is like we're doing it for them, and that communication isn't always clear. It's like, if I don't pull this off, like there is no relationship. And I said that, she's like, "Oh, that's not true," and she like really believes that, like that's not true. I'm with you no matter. It's like, no, I'm actually, I've seen this. It makes it really difficult, and like I don't want to go through that. So like, I just need support, and then. She's great because she hits me with, well, you have to give what you want. In order to receive, you need to give it. And that's been fucking me up. Because she's right. I just want, I need support. Tell me I'm a king. Tell me, I can do that. And she's like, no, you need to give that in order to get it. And that's I learned from her a lot. I think that the relationship is really cool because it's a great, it's you have to be really patient and be this person that is not natural. Although, the essence and core of me is a great, I feel like I'm not evil. I'm a good person. I try not to be evil, and it just brings out a different side of you that you have to embrace. Being sensitive,
Being patient.
Yeah, because I just want to steamroll and be like, "What are you talking about? I'm going down to do this, so I can do, and we're gonna be fine. That's it. Just get in the passenger seat, let's go." That's not that is not right.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you also have to take into account other people's lifestyles and how they adjust to current and.
Yeah.
So although it seems like I'm making these changes in my life, that's also having a ripple effect in other people having to make changes to accommodate your new life, right? So we have to have respect for that process. Some people are easier to let those old behaviors go, the old lifestyle go, and just jump in and get in the passenger seat. Let's go. And others are going to have more hesitation, more fear, more anxiety that comes up. So how do we manage that for success? You know what I mean? I know for myself that I have moments of absolute fire, ambition, and then of just fucking stone cold depression, where I'm sad, not motivated, not ready, overthink it, I get down on myself, and then times where I'm just absolutely ready to rock. And the biggest thing for me, the biggest game changers, having those people, those advocates in my corner, being my cheerleader, and whether it's just telling me that it's going to be okay, actually breaking down problem solving, being yo, what's the problem, jumping in, that helps too. But I get in my own way, man. I'm you know what, I need to do it. I got this as fucked more people. I got it under control, right? As fucked more people maybe than any single mantra or mindset out there, right? Or whatever's a good. Yeah, it's important that as you, or as all of us, essentially, we're all dealing, as we go through this together, to be open and communicative about what's going on, what's coming up. Hey, I got this idea. This is what the plan looks like. What do you think? Instead of being yo, I got it. You know what I mean?
And I feel in the relationship, they really want to be collaborative.
Yes.
They don't want to be.
We don't want to allow.
Yeah. I just solution, and they don't want. So if you can figure out a way to manipulate, but coach them down to the right answer, where you think they're, have them think they came up with it.
Yeah.
And they're a part of it, Inception. That would be great.
But also allowing, if it's collaborative, right? And they want to be a part of the solution, maybe opening that up a bit.
No.
That you know what? I need some feedback right now. What do you think? And then maybe you take a little bit of, answer A from her and answer B from me, and we come together.
Yeah, but we didn't grow up with dads that taught us this shit. That's the fucking issue.
This
wasn't in a household or or in high school or any part of this is all on the fly learning through making mistakes.
Yeah. It also is a testament of masculine, cultural stuff that's changed as far as the environment we grew up in versus the environment that we participate in right now, right? Yeah. It's evolved and changed a lot. Same, not just for men, but for women as well. And the mindset as far as who solves the problem, right? That's fucking changing even right now as we have this conversation. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think, Bill and I are both really proud to see you go into that next level and taking that leap, right? And getting ready to build not just the life that you dreamed of, but part A, step 1 of the life that you dreamed of, right?
Yeah.
We were on deck, you know.
Yeah.
Now we're up to bat.
Yeah.
Now we see the fastball coming down the middle. Then we're gonna drive a nice double into right center. You know what I mean? And like to start to slowly move through the process. Being patient.
Yeah.
Giving ourselves credit for those wins on the way.
Yeah. I mean, your girlfriend, man, that patience pays meditation. She said that to me early on. Is like a big part of my life. And like I'm a sharer, so like I share it with because it's 3 minutes, and like it really helps. You know, like I do that every day. You know, I didn't believe patience pays. Or you add patience pays?
That sounds like
patience
time.
doesn't pay.
It sounds like wasting time.
Yeah, like, are you fucking kidding me? Patience pays.
It's
but I firmly believe it now.
It's like the shirt. It's respecting the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't micromanage everything. We don't have that much power.
Man, patience. It can pay if you're still like in the background making the move, like you're still working. Like, you know?
Well, I remember 6 months ago when we were driving from the beach and you're like, fuck, this is like 6 months away before I can make any moves. I'm like stuck in this position. Like, what am I going to do? I hate this position. Look, the shit's working out now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That
great
no
to
license
see.
shit was crazy.
Bro, this fucking radio show was a thought.
Yeah.
At some point. You remember that?
Yeah.
When we're like, oh, we'll do that. And then it was like bullshit. It was a conversation. It was like a brainstorm. It was like a hyped up, like, we're going to do it. And then slowly but surely, I'm like, yo, Chris, I bought mics.
Yeah.
He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I bought mics.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's happening.
I remember hearing
He's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm telling you. I'm like, and then the next day it was like, I bought a green screen.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I bought 2 green screens.
I
And it's like,
remember
I got the
hearing about this
monitors
in
coming.
Manifest.
And then it was like, oh, so this is happening? And it's like, yeah, it's fucking happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's that patience. It's like, you know what? There's some goal over here. And in the beginning, it's just bullshit conversation. It's just hype. Then it's like, you know what? No, I really do want to do that. What's step 1? It's like, all right, step 1 is go over to Guitar Center and spend way too much money on your first microphone. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, it's like, you know what? Next week, I got enough money to go get that second mic. Now we got 3 mics, 2 cameras, 3 monitors, fucking all this shit.
Hey man, what's cool is
Nuts.
we do this for fun, but our boy from New Jersey literally was like, you know, I'm close to him, but like would tune in all fucked up from the hotel with like the door barriered with fucking
mattresses and
and was like looking out the
tin
peephole
foil
like,
and
yo, this show is crazy. Yo, I need some fucking help, you know. And now he's managing now he's like doing his thing out. He's a manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
he's got like 120 days, and I've known this motherfucker since he's like 5. You know, so like just impact there, awesome.
And
Just
those,
for that, like I'll
Yeah.
talk about fucking anal set, whatever you want to talk about. If we could do
but
stuff,
those
like that.
wins, man, they're
Oh,
revitalizing.
they're great because it
re-energizing.
trickles down.
Yeah, it's huge. And then who knows what, you know, you, Bill, I'm not going to name his name because of his own privacy, but what their parents, their friends, their girlfriends, I mean, it just goes and goes and goes.
Electric. I would just say it's electric.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool process to watch and even a process to be a part of, even if it's in the small. So we have a couple other topics. I know we're getting kind of late into the show. I don't know if you want to maybe save those for next week.
I think we should save them.
Or maybe jump in or whatnot. Before we wrap up, I wanted to give Bill a bit of wanted to comment maybe on the managing intimacy versus ambition. If you have any experience, maybe some feedback for Chris as he pushes through the next chapter. What are your thoughts, bro?
Well, it's hard to manage all 3: sobriety, intimacy, and ambition.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. I mean, I've already had the. I have a business and I have a wife, so I'm kind of. It's hard for me to say manage it because I don't manage it very well at all. I kind of focus, like I'm focusing on my business, so I don't take enough time for my wife either. And I do it. I think I'm doing it for her, but I'm being selfish. You know what I mean? When you think about it, I'm horrible at it, bro. I buy my wife roses once a week at least. And that's me thinking, okay, I'm doing... But again, when I buy her roses, I'm doing it for myself. These are the sicknesses I'm finding about myself. Like, I buy my wife roses because I want to see the reaction for her to be happy, which makes me happy. These are all just little sicknesses I have for myself. I don't know how to manage all of business with wife and all that. I'm really bad at it. Really bad. But I'm learning how to when I am at home, I try to focus. Exhausted all the time though. It's really difficult to do it when you literally are putting your whole heart into something, trying to make a better life for your family. But then when you get home, you're too exhausted to play with your kid and give your wife attention. You just want to sit and watch TV, have 2 minutes to yourself. I wish I had an answer to how to manage it. I really do. I don't know if there is a set way to do it. Everybody has to do it. Their wives are all different. My wife's pretty cool about that. Like, okay, you get home, she only bitches at me like twice a week. Why aren't you taking your kid, give him a bath, and do this and that? I'm like, man, I'm tired. I just want to sit down and watch Vikings or Game of Thrones, whatever's on at the time. But it's something that literally is a work in progress, and you'll never all of a sudden that'll become stagnant. But whatever you do for your wife to make her happy, then something else will not be going the right way. You're always going to be missing out on something you should be doing. Always, there's just not enough time in the day when, especially, you're going to be managing people. So you're going to be the top dog. You're going to be working harder than everybody else. And that's what you do when you own a business. As Ryan knows, when you're the owner, they always say, "Oh, you own the business?" No, the business owns you. You know what I mean?
Well
like
said.
I can't just get up and go anytime because I have to make sure this business is running right. If I get up, I can't guarantee my business is going to run right. So that means my lifestyle is. So it's hard. You honestly, in this sense, I think women have to maybe be a little accepted of, hey, there's going to be some tunnel vision right now because I'm trying to build a future for us.
You keep saying the word reassurance. That's what they want.
They always do, and we're problem solvers.
Yeah.
We you say something's wrong, we want to fix it right then and there. They don't want to fix it; they just want to talk about it. Yeah. And that's a problem that I have with my wife all the time.
There's a disconnect between
we're different.
Wired.
Yeah, and just talk about it is always good. Whether anything comes of it, as long as the subject is brought up. That's what I've learned. Had a conversation with my wife today. Wasn't the easiest conversation, but it was out. Now it's out.
You
now
feel better?
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
1,000%.
We're starting a dialogue.
Yeah, I like the challenging conversation. I love the challenge because you come out like I've noticed.
I love it
afterwards.
afterwards.
I
love it afterwards.
No, during.
But you know what?
Oh
what we do is we
my
put too
God.
much stress on ourselves. Like, oh my God, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like that. We do that with most things in our life. Like, oh my God, this is gonna suck. And then after it happens, you're usually like 90% of the time I run into these problems. Like, oh, this is gonna suck. Like, wow, that was a hell of a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Wow, so you do have to just put yourself out there and have those uncomfortable situations, and then you realize it's really not that. You made so much more out of it in your head, caused yourself so much stress that it was so unnecessary. I don't know if I answered any of those questions, but
it doesn't matter, man.
Yeah.
It's the loss in the sauce.
It's a daily grind.
Just ranting.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a perfect way to solve all those problems as far as managing.
I think what we all said is communication. Without in so many words.
Absolutely.
That's it.
But I definitely think that as someone who is ambitious and someone who has like probably goals I have no business having, first career and finance stuff, that at some point I'm gonna neglect areas of my life to do these goals. Now, how do I manage that ripple effect in my life? This life that I built that I'm so proud of is going to change, right? And how do I manage the stress? And how do we do this as a team? Not just with a girlfriend, but with your family, friends, everyone else that's connected to that evolution, to that next chapter. And it's important. Like you said, communication is key. I think that honesty about intentions and like what it looks like, communicating what it's going to look like for everyone else that's involved. Because there's a lot of uncertainty there. Like, hey, look, I'm making these moves so that our lives can look like this, right? That level of honesty and integrity that goes along with it. But at the end of the day, man, I think the key I want to get at the end of the day, there's going to be a question that you don't have an answer to, and you're going to be kind of think that this is the right thing, and you're going to have no fucking clue what the outcome is. You don't. Really do. And that's how you take big L's, but you take even bigger wins, man. And I'd rather jump and fucking fall flat on my face than live with what ifs and the regrets of nothing.
Fail forward.
Fail forward.
Denzel. Denzel.
So guys, to everyone who's tuned in on Instagram and 5 viewers we have on YouTube, man. We love the support. Obviously, this show is still in its infancy, but as we grow as a community, we love the continued support, man. And thank you guys for tuning in. It's good to have Chris back in the studio. Always been a pleasure. Yeah, behind the scenes, Bill. He may be number 3 and behind the scenes of the show, but he's always number 1 in our
Number one in our hearts.
Unless he grows out the ponytail.
On its way.
But with that being said, guys, we are going to wrap it for this week. Don't forget to tune in next week on another fun-filled episode, action-packed episode of Lost in the Sauce. And with that being said, man, we love you guys. Peace.
We'll see you.